Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bob Waldron and welcome to this special inbox review. We are going to be looking at this beauty just here. It is the AH-64 Apache Longbow attack helicopter. It's by Takom and it's in 1/35 scale. Now, I've been wanting to do a brand spanking new tooled Apache for a very long time. I remember when I was a kid I did one. I do believe it was the Revell 1/32 scale, and I just loved it. My brother broke it, by the way. Loved it, and I wanted to build one again, but you know, those kits are getting a bit old in the tooth. I do believe Hasegawa's done one, Academy did one, you know, Revell Monogram did one, but those are decades and decades old, and I've been waiting for something new, and then all of a sudden it's turned into the year of the Apache, because we have Takom here, who has released the AH-64D. They've also gone off at the same time and they have released the AH-64E Apache Guardian, right? Not only that, but Ming Models has gone off and gone, we're going to release an Apache Longbow this year as well for 2023. Not only is Ming Models doing it, but Academy is doing it also. So we have some fantastic manufacturers here going off, and they're all releasing this year an Apache Longbow in 1/35 scale. So we are getting mega spoiled when it comes to Apaches this year. So going to be good to take a look at this kit. I will also say I am going to be doing a step-by-step of this kit as well. So again, year of the Apache, we're going to see a step-by-step of it. I'm going to do the 64D Apache Longbow, not the Guardian. Kind of very sort of similar anyway, but let's just dive in and take a look at this beauty. So let's start off with the fuselage section of this, and we'll jump straight in, and you can sort of see the surface detail is very crisp, right? Nice smooth where it's smooth, nothing rough. You know, we have all this raised rivet detail going on, you know, nice and accurate to the real thing. Recesses where they're due. I mean, just absolutely lovely detail all the way along, hopefully, as you can see there. Not really seeing any flash, which we shouldn't do. It's a brand new tool. The other half is pretty much the same as the other half. As you can see, lovely detail throughout. Even if you kind of go over to those 90-degree angles, we don't get any detail fading, which is nice to see. On the inside, not really seeing much on the detailed areas, but I do believe a lot of it's built up inside. We do have some clear parts here, and by the way, I have unbagged all this and everything was really nicely bagged. I will say that the box could have just been like ½ centimetre, a little bit taller, because it was a little bit of a squash going on, but apart from that, the packaging was all pretty good. Looking at all our sort of canopy section here, I mean, that is really shiny, right? I don't know if you can tell on camera. I mean, do you know what that is? Oh yeah, I mean, that is probably one of the nicest, shiniest, crystal clear canopies I have seen in a long time. It's probably up there as one of the best I have seen straight out of the box. That is like super impressive. I don't know if you can see on camera, it is kind of coming out. It's really shiny, like glass. There is no need to polish or do anything to that. That is proper crystal clear. Now there's lots and lots of sprues in here of all sorts of all these dinky sort of things. I mean, we've got all our rotary stuff and propeller parts on here. You can sort of see we have that detail that's on there. Bring it a little bit closer. Not seeing any sort of flash, right, which is rather good. Got our rear rotors just here. Again, lovely detail actually just on there, as you can sort of see, feeling it nice and raised. I'll flip it over, check if we've got any ejector pin marks in any nasty places. I'm not seeing them. I mean, yes, maybe on these pieces here, but I do believe those will glue together, so there's no need to worry about them there. right? And yeah, there's lots and lots of pieces like this, so I'm kind of going to speed this through and sort of not kind of show you the little tiny piece, because it's like a tank really. It's kind of just lots and lots of little pieces stuck all over. But we have our cockpit area just here, which we have all our buttons and dials, again looking very nice and crisp and raised and recessed where they are due, so they should look rather cool. A bit more cockpit detail there, a bit of cushion work and all sorts of hoses and wires and stuff, again looking very well detailed. Some instrument display panels just there, so crisp throughout this kit. More of this sort of cushioned areas to build up the walls. Again, some more cockpit detail, some more instrument display panels there. Do you know what, it really does look rather crisp. I mean, it is 1/35 scale, so I mean we should see some nice detail with that, and it is looking so good actually. Very much drooling all over this. Again, we've got some more surface detail through this model with all the bits of wingy bits and even what looks like to be like engine cowls, right? Are these pylons or something? But either way, they look really nice and good. There is no ejector pin marks on the inside of here, even some kind of rib work going on, because I do believe you can have the engines out on this kit. We'll have a closer look at the instructions later on. Again, we've got some more, just lots and lots of little bits and bobs, which there's nothing really special to write home about, so I don't really want to bore you too much looking at absolutely everything. Again, some more gorgeous detail just on there, as you can see, looking so nice. I have had a bit of a look over. Ejector pin marks are looking good. Again, we've got some more of these pieces just here. I think this is a bit more engine detail, well, engine cover detail. Again, as you can see, the detail absolutely gorgeous. Okay, there is one or two ejector pin marks on the inside of here. I don't know how visible that is. We'll have to check the instructions, but they shouldn't be too hard to get rid of if you do need to get rid of them. A bit more sort of, oh, these are the doors, I do believe, because we can have loads of bays open up on this, and I think this is one of the doors. We flip it over, there's no ejector pin marks inside there, but you've even got detail in there, so if you have the panels off, you can leave them on the floor and sort of still show them off, which hopefully you can see is going to be rather good as well. Weapons. Okay, this is the sprue for weapons, not just one, but we have two identical sprues, right? And we have all our hellfire and rockets and all that kind of stuff, and there's absolutely loads of them on here. Here's some of our hellfires, right? Hopefully you can see lovely recess rivets and recess panel lines going on there. I think there's a couple of different types going on with this. And then yes, we have, oh, here's some of the rockets as well. I mean, look at that, that does look so nice and crisp, which should be very good on the model, right? So they're looking really cool, and lots of them. We have our propellers just here, nothing to write home about. Do seem quite nice and sturdy and crisp as well. I think this is a bit of engine detail. This is I do believe this is a double sprue as well, so we've got two of these, because I do believe we can build up a engine. As you can see, looking very crisp, lots of detail, gonna look good when that's put together. Last little sprue or two. Again, this one's nothing to write home about. We've got some bullets on here and whatnot, and a few other little kind of step ladders sort of things. I think this is going to be like some sort of a rubbered, do you know where the ammo belt goes into the main gun? I think that's so as we can sort of bend it to fit just nicely, and maybe so as you can move it a little bit. So they've done that in like a rubber form just there. Then we have quite a big instruction booklet, but I'll just quickly show you all the photo etch that comes with this. This isn't a gimmick when it comes to photo etch. They really have give us quite a bit of photo etch just on here. Not sure what everything is, but it does look like we've got all sorts of sort of grills and covers going on with this. We even looks like we've got seat belts to go in there as well, with more covers and grills and stuff going on with that. I'm not sure what this one is, but it does say blade fold kit. Right, because oh yeah, you can have the propellers in a folded position, and there's a little kit for it to be mounted on there and stuff, so that's quite cool. I'm not sure what these are, but I think they might be the fins for the Hellfires, but we'll have a look at the instructions now and see what it's all about. So here's our decals or decals. We have some nice sort of shark teeth going on here. These are the sort of the marking side of things. As you can see, looking rather good. They're normally kind of good from Takom and paper like Ming. Normally have to use something like the Mr. Mark Setter and softer, and they generally go down rather well. They do look nice and registry, shouldn't have any problems. We then have the, shall we say, the stencil side of things. Zooming out a bit on this one, and we have all sorts of the stencils. We have even all the nice instrument display panel kind of screens as well, which will look very nice when you've got those printed. Do love it when they do that. And then of course we have all the weapons markings and whatnot as well that goes with it also. Then we have a bit of wire, not sure what that is for yet, and we have what looks to be like little tiny tubes. Right, I have looked through the instructions to try and have a look what this was for, but I couldn't really find it. Lots of little dinky little tubes. Not sure. Let's see if we can find them. Instructions. We do get a nice set of instructions with this. They do give good quality paper, nice description about the aircraft itself. Let's maybe bring you in a little bit closer on this. And then, yes, it goes through the usual, you know, showing you all the different sprues and all your photo etch, all that usual stuff. Starting off with the cockpit, right, should be, does look like it's going to be fairly simple, just bringing this tub all together, all the sides, all the walls and everything. Instrument display panels, does seem to show you some photos. Is that, no, that's a joystick there. Where's the seat belts? Should be on it, maybe a bit more further on, but yes, there are kind of like all these different drill holes, which I'm presuming is maybe different versions and whatnot. Drill out the holes that you need and whatnot. We do sort of start off with the base for our propeller and how that all comes together. Right, do you know what, I'm just wondering, where's the instructions for the photo etch seats? Right, that is kind of strange. I would have thought, because I'm sure I saw a seatbelt photo etch in there, and they haven't showed them going in. Right, let's maybe look a little further on in the instructions and let's just see. But yeah, you bring the cockpit, bring your two sort of halves together, as well as it wants you to put the actual clear parts in as well straight away. So probably kind of like test how it fits and whatnot, because you might not want that in straight away, maybe. Just depends how it sort of you want it to go together. Moving along, you know, we have, again, this is going to be a little bit like a flying tank, which is kind of what it basically is. You know, I do find with helicopters it's a little bit sort of like, you have aircraft which are all very sort of neat and tidy and getting all your seam lines sorted and stuff, and everything's kind of smooth, and then you've got tanks which are like really well weathered and you just plonk all sorts of bits of gear all over it. The Apache is kind of like a mix between them both. Even the weathering side of things is a bit of a mix between an aircraft and a tank, in a lot of sort of senses. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of this, putting all these little bits all over the place. We've got the main gun at the front. Moving along, yes, we've got our sort of main sensors and stuff that's going on there. Moving along some more, yes, this is where we can have all these different panels open and closed and stuff, so as you know, you can have it sort of in a maintenance sort of way, and you can sort of see into there and all that good stuff, which actually did forget to actually show them. Here they are, just on the side, because they were in a separate bag. These are all those maintenance bays that we're on about just there, looking quite cool inside there, as well as all that lovely surface detail as well, both left and right side, just so as you can just see there. Sorry I didn't show them in the first place. But yeah, you've got your landing gear in there also. Moving along again, all these little bits and bobs, ECMs and all sorts of goodies that go on there. Again, you've got these doors and stuff that you can have open or closed just at the back, just there. Then we have our sort of pylons and stuff where our weapons going, and then yes, we do have these engines, which is rather cool if you wanted to really put this in a deep maintenance kind of mode. You know, all those panels open, you know, engines, actual engines out, and all this kind of good stuff. It is actually showing a bit of photo etch just on there, but yeah, you can have all this engine area all open and on show, which is rather cool. I mean, I generally don't like to go down that route generally, but you know, you can really have that option with this kit. And yes, you can have those engine cowls open and stuff, which is rather good, because we didn't have any ejector pin marks on there, which was a good one. Moving along, bit of the tail section, nothing to write home about. We've got our wheels and stuff. Moving along, let's just kind of try and get through this quickly. Real propeller, nothing seeming like too out of the ordinary. I mean, the instructions do seem quite easy to follow. Here we have the propeller section, which does look like, yes, I mean, we can have this in, yes, you know, having the propellers as normal or kind of folding them. Looking at those instructions just there. Moving along, we have our weapons, right, and how all those go together. Again, looking pretty straightforward. Our rockets, yes, looks like we've got a different choices of how we want this to be. And yes, we can put those pylons on just there. And again, we have this sort of like special bit here where we can actually, you know, fold the wings, and it has this kind of contraption bit that goes actually onto the rear of the fuselage section for it to hold into place, which is probably not a bad idea, because this is going to be quite a big helicopter, being 1/35 scale. I'm kind of looking at my display cabinets over there. I'm like, is it going to fit? So maybe having that folded propellers might actually be a must for some of us. But yeah, and then we come to all our stencils. I mean, to be honest, I mean, it could have been maybe a little bit of a bigger picture. It's a bit hard to see. There's a lot of sort of a lot of stuff going on here with all the markings, but I mean, if we kind of study it, it should be quite close, but it is a little bit maybe compact, maybe for my liking. And then we've got the top and the bottom views of that. And then again, I mean, it's a bit of a shame, but here are our main marking call outs. This is basically it, that bit there, for our 3 different markings. I know there's not a lot of decals, but I mean, that could have been bigger as well. And then it does go off and sort of advertise the Apache Guardian, which we have here, and the E of the World, which is a couple of different countries. You can get the, what is it, the Korean Army, Indonesian Army, Saudi Arabian National Guard, and the Kuwait Emirate Air Force as well, if you wanted to kind of do those kind of Apaches. And that is it, that's everything. So final conclusion, do you know what, I've got to mention it, this kit is going to cost you £99, basically £100 kit. Now I know kind of like price rises and whatnot that's been going on. You know, probably this kit is costing more than it should have done like 2 years ago or something. But you know what, it does look an amazing kit. I mean, if this goes together, which we're going to find out in the step by step, if it goes together lovely, real great fit, I mean, it's going to be worth £100 really. I mean, we have a load of photo etch in there. That canopy glass just looks the best I've seen anywhere. The surface detail is really nice, crisp, smooth, you know, bags of detail. The cockpit looks like it's going to be amazing as well. The size of this thing and the amount of plastic you get, I know it's a lot of money, but it's going to be a nice big build that's going to last you a fair bit of time. The instructions don't seem too bad. Still couldn't see what these things are for. I don't know if you can comment in the down below or on Discord, on our Discord. I haven't found what they're for yet. I know I know in the photo etch as well with the instructions. I mean, I don't know about you, but they look like seat belts to me, don't they? And I didn't see them showing how the seat belts go together. So yeah, not sure what's going on there. Maybe the instructions kind of needed a little bit more. Maybe they've forgot a few things out of there. apart from that, it does look great. I mean, ejector pin marks looks absolutely fine, no real problems there. You know, there's no flash on this. So yeah, it is definitely a big thumbs up. I'm looking forward to building it. The one other thing I've got to say as well is why so many manufacturers have gone off and in the same year done a brand spanking new tool of an Apache in the same scale is just, I know it's kind of like few Apache guys out there, you're like, this is fantastic, but don't you think it's a little bit overkill? I mean, just Takom coming out with, you know, the Apache 64E and the Apache 64D is good enough, brand spanking new tool, without another company going off and doing it, not just one but two more other companies going off and do it. I think it's a little bit overkill, a little bit of a shame, because Ming and Academy, they could have gone off and done a whole new tool of something else for us to get excited about, but to have 3 new tooled Apaches in 1 year is a bit too much, which is a bit of a shame. But you never know. I mean, maybe Academy does like a less quality version for a lot less cheaper or something. Maybe they'll go down that route. You probably do need something along those lines. Ming models and Takom are normally quite competitive, well, not competitive, but like very close in what they do and quite similar in their quality and prices. So probably expecting something very similar from Ming potentially, but not been released yet, so we'll find out later on. Other than that, definitely a big thumbs up. I'm going to be building it, so hopefully you'll be around to watch episode 1 of this being built sometime in the future. Get over to Discord and have a chat over there as well if you want to sort of talk about it. But other than that, hopefully you've enjoyed this inbox review of Takom's Apache 64D Longbow. So until next time, as always, my name is Boy Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I'll catch you later.